This might be a dumb reaction, but I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious because it does seem like these rappers, athletes, be passing around the same females, and I'm honestly curious on why that is to be. You know, my first thing is maybe they just understand the lifestyle and it's easier for them to, you feel me, do they thing while they do they thing, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, as a rapper, athlete with all this sum of income, all this wealth, you can really get any female that wants you, you know what I mean? And that's a pretty wide margin, and like why are we settling for Brady Mitchell, like 46, 21? No shot at Jalen Green. Why are we settling for the Selena Powells of the industry? Why are we settling for the Ruby Rose? Ruby Rose is bad. I had a friend who looked like Ruby Rose.
Been paying attention, you've probably noticed this pattern. Rappers keep dating the same women, same faces, same couples, same relationships popping up again and again. And this pattern shows up everywhere in the rap game. Even Drake and Future allegedly fell out after dealing with the same woman at one point. That's how small this circle really is.
Same girl, yo up us, but up dog. And this is my fame homes, then like 5-4 damn.
And here's the part nobody really breaks down. The dating pool in hip-hop is very tiny, like way smaller than people think. And to really show you what I mean, let me start this video off with a quick story. A couple years ago, I met this mid-level rapper. He had a Billboard charting record at the time and some decent buzz to his name. I met him backstage during one of his shows, and that was because a friend of mine had gotten invited and I just happened to be the plus one. So I'm backstage or whatever, there's a bunch of people there, right? The music is loud, etc. And then I noticed something really interesting. In the corner of the room, right, there's these 3 girls, 2 in red, 1 in black. And immediately, I actually recognized these women because I'd seen those exact same girls at another rapper show about like 6 months earlier. So I asked my friend, I'm like, hey bro, who are those 3 girls in the corner? And then he looks at me and says, bro, they're just a part of the circle. At that point, I didn't really need to ask anything else. And for anybody who's confused, he was basically telling me they're regulars. They move around the whole industry. And that's just one real life example of this entire conversation. Once you really start paying attention, you realize rappers aren't dating from the whole world. They're dating from the same circles over and over. I'm talking same faces, same rooms, same rotation, just behind different doors. Now let's talk about some of those very popular faces in hip hop.
And I really do hope, told you bro, Nina Powell, Ruby Rose. I don't know much about India Love. Who did India Love get with? Brittany Renner. She dealing with them PJ Washington and shit. I just don't understand. I do, obviously. I really don't understand Selena Powell. She looked, you feel me? This just look like someone just get the rocks off of. Like Ruby Rose, I understand. Indy Love, I understand. Brittany Renner, I understand. Selena though? You overly horny.
Because if you've been anywhere near hip hop culture or even hip hop adjacent, you might recognize at least one of the women on the screen right now.
I ain't gonna cap. Like I said, I understand. But like, I understand to a certain degree. Like these 3, I can tell, like, you feel me? I'm a fold, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This one, I feel like I'll put up a fight. Mind wise. Not literally, because that's a crime.
Now, let's start with the one to the left, and that is Selena Powell, the self-proclaimed industry thought. I did say self-proclaimed, okay? Selena has built a career off of exposing rappers, finessing situations, turning private moments into clout, and she's...
Bro, I heard academics sucking on her shit. DJ Academics.
She's taken pride in all this. This is her forte, like this is what she does. And then we have Ruby Rose, someone who got her first big breakthrough dating Playboy Cardi. She rode that momentum very nicely, got connected to the right people, and before you know it, she popped up in the...
What's crazy? She was dating Playboy Cardi when she was like 17, 16, something. Some wild.
Bad and Bougie music video. Wasn't Takeoff left off Bad and Bougie? RP to Takeoff. From there, Ruby Rose became a recognized face in the industry. She's dated several rappers in the game, built a massive IG presence, dropped music, launched an OnlyFans account. Now, Ruby is interesting because she really understood the environment very early on and turned visibility into a business model. And unlike a lot of the women who got caught up in a game, Ruby caught on to the game early and capitalized off of all of it, securing her own bag in the process. You gotta respect it. And then there's India Love, someone who didn't just pop up on Instagram like most people think. India actually first popped off on Tumblr back during that whole, aesthetic edits, it girl era. She built a serious following there before Instagram even became the move. And then after that, she picked up even more attention through reality TV and early IG culture. So by the time Instagram blew up, she was already a known face and slid right into that OG IG baddie / model, whatever you want to call it, right, lane. So she's been in the mix for over a decade, and her first major mainstream moment came from her relationship with the game. At the time, she was 18 and he was 35.
So 18, 35. For one clip that I can't get over seeing was that one clip. It was a Ty Dolla $ign and the Yana J. You feel me? The light skin that be doing like that. That shit, you know what I mean? Why'd I do that? Why'd I do the little? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Yana be killing me that shit. But yeah, bro. When Yana was walking away, Ty Dolla $ign said they really got fine shit here, bro. And like, and it's disturbing because like Ty Dolla $ign like 40 something. And Yana's dead ass, bro. Yana was born in 2006, dude. She like 20, bro. Like, is that not just like weird? Like, bro, as a 46-year-old man, you just see this. Like, bro, you just don't like. Does something not click in your brain to like, damn, this woman can dead ass be my daughter? But like, it's just, I just don't know, bro. I just feel like, bro, as a 46-year-old man, I would not be like so like I don't know what I'm saying. If she's like 30, like, bro, you calling a 20-year-old fine shit and you 46, dude. Hair receding, dreads scraped to the like. I just don't understand you personally.
35? I know, it's crazy. Like 35? I know. 35? Yeah, and from that point forward, she's basically been connected to the same circle ever since. Last but definitely not least, we got Brittany Renner. She's another woman who's been in the mix for years. And yeah, she's mostly known for finessing the athletes, but she's been around the rap world as well. She dated Lil Uzi Vert actually way back, and she was even married to Kevin Gates for like 2 business days. Now, all of these women are basically the faces everybody recognizes when people talk about the women who've been connected to the industry's biggest rappers for years. But here's the thing. This whole pattern, this rotation, this ecosystem, it didn't start with these women. Before the IG models, before the industry girl even became a term, it all started with one woman, a big throwback, a name from the blog era a lot of y'all will probably recognize, Kat Stacks.
I'm Kat Stacks. I got a lot of stories to tell. The people I exposed in my blog aren't all the people I've been with. I've been to Lil Wayne's crib. I've been them. A nigga gave me 1,200 mother. I've been to Lil Wayne's crib. I've been them. A nigga gave me 1,200 motherfucking dollars.
For everyone tuned in during the blog era, you already know who this is. The first real rap groupie the internet ever saw. She was loud, unfiltered, unapologetic, and the definition of I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. And her whole brand was basically exposing rappers. And the thing about Kat Stacks is she actually ended up revealing something nobody was even thinking about back then. And that was that rappers only deal with a select group of women. Now, Kat wasn't just around rappers. She was inside the parts of the industry people never see. And because she was proudly shameless, she talked about everything that she saw behind the scenes.
It was all publicity, entertainment, because to them, I just see them as business, not friend type. My family's my friend, but they're just business.
Now that clip right there, that was Kat in her purest form. No filter, no secrecy, no protect the brand. Like this woman just didn't give a fuck, okay? And she moved exactly like that. In a lot of ways, Kat Stacks became the blueprint for what we now call the industry girl. And yeah, let's be honest, she was definitely clout chasing like crazy. That was her whole hustle. But here's the funny part. Even while she was doing it for attention, she was accidentally pulling back the curtain on something way bigger than her. She showed you the same thing over and over again. These rappers are basically all running through the same group of women. And once you put those pieces together, you finally understand why this keeps happening. It all comes down to one thing, and that word is access. Who gets in, who stays in, who even has the proximity to step into the room in the first place.
One of the first questions that someone asked was why rappers recycle the same women. I wonder why.
I'll tell you this. I think they recycle the same women.
Why are we asking Paul Pierce?
Because are all in the same circle.
When people talk about access, here's what it really means. Rappers aren't choosing from the world, their environment is choosing for them. They deal with whoever is actually available in their world, not the millions of people the internet imagines. And once you take a look at the rooms they're actually moving in, studios, backstage, private events, late night sessions, that huge dating pool everybody thinks exists shrinks very fast. The circle becomes tiny, not because they don't have other opportunities, but because those are the only...
I'm thinking about doing an album reaction to A$AP Rocky's album. I might wait on that. I might wait like the weekend. Thinking about streaming some on Wednesday. I don't think I'm gonna do nothing on Tuesday. But thinking about it though.
People who even exist in their day-to-day reality. Because the truth is this, most artists spend their days locked in studios, catching last-minute flights, doing press runs, moving city to city, sleeping strange hours, surrounded by the same team, in the same environments on repeat. So even though they're technically meeting people every day, they're not making real connections with anybody. Their schedule doesn't allow it. Their security, depending on what level they're at, doesn't allow it. Their fame, depending on what level they're at, doesn't allow it. So naturally, they end up dating the people who are already in the mix, already in those rooms, already accustomed to their lifestyle. And once you understand that, the whole question of why do all these rappers date the same women starts making a lot more sense. And here's the thing, this whole dating ecosystem they're in, it's basically one big recommendation loop. Because most of these dudes are not best friends, but they all move in the same exact circles. In other words, they're doing shows together, which means they're backstage together. They're at the same studio sessions. They share the same promoters, security, videographers. They hit the same clubs and the same after parties. And what happens is this. Once a woman gets close to one rapper or is even seen around him, her name automatically travels through that whole network. Yeah, she been around the homies. Yeah, she's solid. Yo, she a little crazy, but she's definitely loyal. She's safe. She knows how to move. Whatever, right? That's the recommendation loop. It's not organized. It's just how the industry operates. So when a woman enters that world, she's not just dating one rapper. She's basically introduced to the whole gang by default. Because once you're in that circle, you're accessible to everybody inside that world. To them, she's the safe option. Not the best option, not the baddest option, far from, because a lot of the fans be way better than these industry women, right? That's another conversation. She's just the familiar one. And yes, it's very transactional in most cases, but nobody looks at it like that. Because at the end of the day, these are all grown adults coming together, knowing what it is, and they're all benefiting from it somehow. So it's really just the unspoken system that's been a part of hip-hop forever. Now let me give you guys a... So it's really just the unspoken system that's been a part of hip-hop forever. Now let me give you guys a clear example of what I mean. Y'all know Sexy Red, right? Of course you do. Now before Sexy Red blew up, she wasn't living this superstar lifestyle. On one interview with Sean Cotton from Say Cheese, she talked about having like $30 in her pocket back then. She was broke, she was grinding, she was trying to figure things out. And here's the interesting part, right? Before Sexy Red became popular, she was already spending a lot of time in Chicago, specifically around rapper FBG Duck, who was popping in Chicago before he got killed in 2020.
You met FBG Duck before he passed, and you traveled to Chicago to meet, was it to meet him specifically?
No, it was to shoot my video.
And this footage of Sexy Red being around FBG Duck and a bunch of other people somewhere, I don't know where this is. This footage popped up when Sexy Red started blowing up.
Wait, what's your rap name?
I don't know yet. Song with Red though.
Now I'm not saying that anything happened between them. That's none of my business. Like generally, I don't even care, right? The point is this. She was already inside that environment. She was already around that circle. She already had proximity to the culture before she ever had a name in the game. Even after that, Sexy Red was allegedly connected to Chief Keef at one point, and I'm pretty sure they were dating. I'm pretty sure, but it's another conversation, right? Again, same circle, same ecosystem, same route to visibility. Sexy Red didn't pop out of nowhere. She was already moving through the exact rooms that eventually pulled her into the industry, and that's how this world works. Once you're inside those environments, you're not connected to one person, you're connected to the whole network. And that network runs on one thing, familiarity. Because here's the part that nobody really ever talks about, which is something that I touched on earlier. Although these women may not be the best option or even, the most attractive one, they're usually the most predictable option. And when I say predictable, I mean this. They already understand the lifestyle, the chaos, the late nights, the pressure. So rappers don't have to explain themselves or risk being misunderstood. And honestly, that applies to anybody. You don't have to be a rapper to relate to this, right? Whatever life you live, you don't want to sit there breaking down your whole schedule, your stress, your routine to somebody you're dating. You just want somebody who gets it. And predictability goes a very long way in an industry where nothing else is predictable. Think about it like this. Being a rapper today means living in constant uncertainty. 1 month you're up, the next month you're praying the algorithm isn't killing you. One mistake can ruin an entire rollout. One headline can tank your momentum. There's no stable schedule, no routine, no structure. So when everything around you is chaos, your brain naturally gravitates towards whoever feels familiar. And psychologists call this the familiarity bias. You don't need to graduate from Harvard to understand this. It's very simple. Your brain likes what it recognizes. Your brain trusts what it's seen before, even if it isn't the best choice. It's the easier choice because you know it. When your whole life is unpredictable, the familiar woman, the one already in those rooms, already around the team, already used to the lifestyle, automatically becomes the safer pick. There's no time to slow walk a new relationship, no time to figure out who's real and who's clout chasing. So the people already in that circle, the faces they've seen or watched move in that environment, either on social media or in real life, end up becoming the safer choice by default. I remember something Tupac said back in the 90s. He spoke about this exact topic in one of his records. The song is called All About You. And the hook goes, every city we go, every video, I see the same hoes. And at the end of the song, Snoop Dogg jokes about flipping through different music videos and seeing the same exact women in every single one. So they've been talking about this for decades. The only difference now is that the internet made it impossible to miss. Social media amplifies everything. Who's dating who popped out with who unfollowed who. And that pattern becomes a form of promotion in itself, because when two recognizable names link up, it's not just a relationship, it's a headline, it's a storyline. It's free marketing on both sides. The circle didn't get smaller, the visibility just got louder, and that's thanks to social media. At the end of the day, it all comes down to proximity. When the same 5 people are in the same rooms, living the same lifestyle every single day, of course they're going to end up dating the same people. Of course we see the same faces linking up. So the real question is this: does hip-hop actually have a dating problem, or is it just a lifestyle that comes with it? The environment, the reality of being stuck in a world where proximity decides everything. I guess that's where I would ask you, why do you think rappers keep dating the same women? If you made it this far, drop a like on this video. Clearly this conversation resonated with you. Definitely let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this entire conversation, and catch you guys in the next video, man. Peace. I'm out.
I mean, I guess that was probably like easily answered. Niggas just be in proximity. Why it's easy. Probably should have just guessed that. But you know, I want to make shit hard on myself. I never date someone my friend, homie, or brother has dated. That's just gross as fuck. It is. And it's crazy. Well, I guess they're not really brothers. For real, for real? Yeah, nigga, I don't know. I didn't even hit the party.